Well, look like the issues hit the fan between Claressa Shields and Cris Cyborg. Now, ironically enough, I could have swore these two was cool. I could have swore these two were friends. We seen them work out together, spar together, seen Claressa Shields kind of, teaching her some of the ropes as far as boxing goes. I guess a little bit of money can send things going sideways because it seems like that's exactly what happened here. Claressa Shields called her out on Twitter, and next thing you know, all hell broke loose. Now, I'm not going to read to you all of the stuff that was said. It's on the screen. You can pause it whenever you want to. But Cris Cyborg, she boxed twice back in 2013 and 14 when she made her boxing debut. And I could have swore she had a boxing match on the Zone recently, but maybe I'm wrong. But she's been flirting with trying to come out and be a boxer ever since, we'll say, the Claressa Shields era has hit boxing. And in all honesty, I thought the fight would have happened by now. And truth be told, I even believe it kind of might have passed its expiration date. Well, I'll say it like this. The perfect time for the fight, I think, has passed. Well, she was still dominant in the UFC, Bellator, or whatever it is that she fought at, because I don't think she fought in the UFC that long. But after she got demolished by Amanda Nunes, really the person that you would want to see Claressa Shields fight now would be Amanda Nunes instead of Cris Cyborg. Because once it was determined who was the top, female fighter in that universe, and Amanda Nunes made it so it wasn't even close, you kind of want to see that fight instead of Cyborg versus Shields. Now, I'll take the fight, but the problem is Claressa Shields is truly the bigger girl. So that means if she was to fight Amanda Nunes or Cris Cyborg, she probably would have to squeeze down to 147 to make the fight. Now, of course, Cris Cyborg did what you would expect any MMA fighter to do, and that's challenge her in the cage as well, which is a fight that possibly makes more sense at this point, because I think Claressa Shields is leaps and bounds better than her in boxing. And you can make the argument the other way around for Cyborg in the MMA world. But one thing Claressa Shields does have going for her, if they do fight in MMA, is she's a better boxer. Now, the question is, how much better has Claressa Shields gotten when it comes down to grappling or when she get grabbed? And of course, that's gonna always be advantage Cris Cyborg. So I don't know. Like I said, I personally don't even want to really see this fight at this point. The fight I would rather see is Amanda Nunes, and I think most people would agree with that. But either way, if you do it in the MMA, Cris Cyborg has the advantage. You do it in boxing, Shields have the advantage. Now, I think if you really wanted to be a legitimate fight, you would have to give Claressa Shields maybe a couple more years in the MMA, or Cris Cyborg a couple more years in boxing. But the problem is Cris Cyborg is almost 40, if she isn't 40 now. So Claressa has room to grow in the MMA. I don't see that happening with Cyborg in boxing, and there lies the big problem. I'd rather see Amanda Nunes and Claressa Shields, just mainly because of that. Cris Cyborg, you can even argue, might be washed up in the MMA. If Claressa Shields was to beat her, that would be exactly what you would hear. So I really don't care for the fight, no matter which way you look at it. But those are the angles I see it as, the problems I see with the fights. And I don't really think if one beat the other in the other one, I mean, if one beats the other in their particular main sport, who would really care? If Claressa Shields beat her in boxing, oh well, you're supposed to. She beat Claressa Shields in MMA, okay, you were supposed to. So it kind of is what it is in my opinion. But that's pretty much all I got to tell about some boxers on Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know, would you even want to see this fight? At this point, I think Amanda Nunes should be the name that you calling into boxing instead of Cris Cyborg. But it makes sense to a certain degree because Cris Cyborg has already been flirting with boxing anyway. I haven't really heard Amanda Nunes talk about nothing like that, but we'll have to see. But that's my opinion. Give me yours in the comment section. This here Bussin' Boxers on Fight Doctor. I am out.